No enemy bomber can reach the Ruhr industrial zone. If so, I'm not green, you can call me Meyer. In September 1939, Germany blitzed Poland, and Britain and France subsequently declared war on Germany. Faced with the claim that the Ruhr area of the industrial heart of Germany may be subject to airstrikes, German Air Marshal and Chairman of the National Defense Commission Hermann Göring disagreed and boasted about it at the Air Force Conference. May is a common Jewish surname in the hot air comics, and the meaning of cutting fat is self-evident. At the same time, he promised, "I will make sure that the enemy cannot drop any bombs. It doesn't matter if we ordinary people brag and fuck. We can't brag in public in the identity of green." Not long after, his face was beaten by British Air Force General Arthur Harris. This man advocated the theory of the victory of the bombing mechanism and pioneered the large-scale saturation bombing tactics. He was nicknamed Bombard Butcher. He was a controversial general in World War II. After the 1,000 planes bombed Germany's third, Arthur responded to Green's crazy words with a very classic sentence. In 1892, Arthur Harris was born in the British Empire in his heyday and was the son of colonial officials. "I arranged my son's life early, either join the army or take the civil service exam." But when he was 17, Arthur was influenced by a drama and fell in love with Africa. He dropped out of school and moved to Rhodesia, the British colony, which is now Zimbabwe. In those years, he made a living by mining, driving carriages, and doing odd jobs on the farm, and became a farm manager. If it weren't for the war, he would have planned to start his own farm and live his life in Africa. In 1914, after the outbreak of World War I, Arthur was recruited to join the Rhodesian Legion and participated in the Battle of Southwest Africa as a trumpeter. The German army threw bombs at his troops in the region, and Arthur, who felt the smell of bombing for the first time, was deeply impressed. It turned out that wars could still be fought like this. In July 1915, the war in Southwest Africa ended, but the battlefield in Europe was still anxious. With the idea of doing his part for the empire, Arthur returned to join the Royal Flying Team. After a year of training, I rushed to the front line of France. During World War I, Arthur shot down 5 enemy planes in the Thorpes Camel fighter, just enough to reach the threshold of the ace pilot. Green is much better than him in this regard. At that time, Green, who was still a thin man, shot down 22 enemy planes. The aircraft's outstanding performance in World War I attracted the attention of all countries, and the United Kingdom